Hi everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We are going to do a reading for your relationship, the connection, you and the person in your mind. What's the past and present and future 12 months for your connection? Towards the end, we're also going to channel the spirit to give you some additional advice and also some guidance as well. So I'm going to also list all the decks I'm using down below. So first of all, I'm going to show you all the decks. The group 1, group 2, okay, group 3, feel free to pause the video if you need more time. And there's a timestamps down below for you to click in once you're ready, and I shall see you there. Hi, group 1, welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are going to do a relationship reading. So we are going to see your connection, you and the person in your mind. What's the past right now and also in the future? The future, I'm actually the time frame around 12 to 24 months. We're also going to channel the spirit advice for your group as well to see how you can enhance your relationship and what's the advice from the spirit guides for you. So if you pick up this butterfly, this is your main message cards as well. So I'm going to put this here first, and I will go through your tarot before we dive into your oracle. You've got the past is 4 of Cups and 9 of Wands. And the present energy is the Magician, great. And you also have the future is 3 of Swords. It's actually clarified by 2 of Pentacles. I'll put them there. What I actually feel, this group maybe have a 2 different type of result. So let's talk about what happened in the past. What I feel in the past, you and you too maybe have a lot of passion, a lot of interaction, a lot of movement in this relationship, and it can be a lot of responsibility, a lot of pressure, because when a relationship really heat up, and maybe it took a long time, and eventually this feeling actually burned down a bit. It can be through a long period and someone feel like pretty tired, it's like overwhelming, and it just can't keep going like this. And also the pressure I feel, not just between you two, it could be your situation, your environment, the people around you, or maybe it's a lot of pressure, responsibility from your work demand, your situation around you to continuously handle the heat between you two. And it sort of like gave me a feeling of it started to get a bit bored, it started to getting a bit of tired, and it can be some regrets here. Someone maybe feel oh, I might messed it up, and maybe I missed this opportunity with this person, because it feel like in last half a year, maybe within 3-month period in particular, this relationship, this connection becoming pretty still, little bit of slow. Someone can feel quite bored and also feel like I need a long time, I need a me time. But meantime also feel like, does this really for me? Like, can I still keep going like this? Like there's some feeling of contemplation, thinking of this relationship, whether that's really suits me, because it requires a lot of energy, a lot of money, a lot of time, something like that. It feels like it's coming from too much going on. And also someone might feel like if I don't keep going, I might miss this relationship. There's kind of like a worry and fear as well. Concern, at least I'm not saying fear. It can be some concern here. Somehow what I feel right now, there are strong intention of creating something else. It could be like working on how am I going to take the next steps to move this relationship as I want. It doesn't have to be with this connection, but I do feel with the Magician, it's a strong feeling of whatever you want to do, or you both want to do, depends on your intention. Because I do feel these two hands is reaching to the Pentacle and Cups, and the Wands and Swords is down here, and I feel it's managing the emotion, and with the practical side, the physical side, it can be a work or job or money to do with the love, that kind of thing. Maybe this intention to do with these two different areas, like your love life and your physical life, your reality. This is how I feel with this Magician, because Magician has everything he can or she can, creating reality, but depends on what you want. As within, so without. So literally whatever you want to create, you will create them. You're able to do that. Because it's a collective energy, it can be a lot of different scenarios. You can be working on making a comfortable lifestyle first, then do the love, or maintain the balance between a love relation and your physical reality, that type of thing. Because I do feel some of you in this group in next 12 months maybe will face some kind of heartbreak. There's some kind of like sadness, but I mean this can be a separation, because the Two of Pentacles is talking about the choice. There's a choice between two different material options. So it can be the love and reality. It can be a difference between we two, like different value, different background, different location type of thing, because it causes some kind of pain. But I do feel this pain can be either separate or no separation, because I didn't see the complete ending. But Three of Swords sometimes does talk about heartbreak. It can be a heartbreak between whatever this relationship make you feel, or make the other person feel, or it can be coming from the past. Like it can trigger similar feeling or the old wound someone has had with the relationship. Feel like it's always so hard, so tricky. Why it's always like this kind of feeling. If somebody does decide to separate, it still causes a lot of pain, but the choice is due to a decision have to be made from weighing out some material things, what I feel. So I also have additional oracle for you as well. So I've got It Gets Better. You also have the Rattleness, and you have the Visions. And then I also see you got the Fork in the Road, and then you've got the Fate, and we also have some additional cards from your person's high self. It says I trust you, and also I know it's love, but so stop asking what I feel. Oh yeah, you've got the final card says the blessed opportunities granted. The right doors are opening for me at the right time. This is actually amazing card. It means like no matter what happened with the result, it's a divine timing. The divine timing guided. There will be the right opportunity, right doors are opening for you. So for the group, if you do have a separation towards the end due to the reality, due to a choice someone has to make, but I feel the decision literally is here with a fork in the road. Someone has to make a choice. Once the choice is made, they have to take that consequence. If some of you does have a ending with this person. And you need to trust things will get better. But right now, I feel a lot of you maybe feel self-sabotaged. Someone is keep watching the clock and when this is going to happen, how slowly this progress is. Like, I want this fast moving, that kind of feeling. So literally cause a lot of imbalance within you. And that make me feel like a spirit is advising you need to sort of like pull back your energy. There's a vision you need to project in the future, what you want this relationship to be, how you want this relationship becoming, that type of vision. Because once you're able to visualize your future in your present moment, you actually are changing your vibration, changing your energy, becoming much more peaceful and in harmony. And literally that's going to bring in more positive influence between you two. And also I do feel most of you can decide to be together, but then there's some healing need to be done. If your relationship is indeed fated and you are meant to evolve into a better version of yourself as a result of it, so does the other party. So right now you might be at a crossroad with the fork in the road. There's a decision, maybe down the track, you have to make a choice. Even right now, the magician is saying, as above, so below, as someone needs to make a choice based on what they intend to create in their life. If they did decided to become a better version of themselves and surrender to their fate, you need to trust, because the right doors are opening for you at the right time. Your opportunity has been blessed, and there's a lot of things I see in this relationship needs to be more trusting. There's I trust you, like that's how I feel. Stop asking is talking about trusting. Leave things to the universe. Leave your fate to as it is. Surrender to as it is and becoming, because it's going to help you to evolve the best version in your relationship, in your personal life. The card saying, I know it's love, but so it does give me can be a twist and turn. Like this relationship requires a lot of healing and trusting them, trusting yourself. That's trusting your fate. You leave your fate to the divine guidance. Listen to that. And then it will lead you towards your destiny, towards a better place. It gets better. That's reassure. Everything will be taken care of. Because I see some of you will be healed from old trauma, some wound, some kind of painful history, either with this person or with the past. But it feel there's a lot of helping hands. Maybe it's from your spirit team. It's helping you to heal from learning these lessons, and you have to sort of trust your fate. And even though you two can't be together, but you have to appreciate you trusted each other and the love was real. It can be a relationship hasn't happened due to there's some other lesson you and the other person has to be apart to learn them separately, right? Just don't overthink about the situation and have the faith in your future. And work on self-healing first. That's the message very strongly coming through, because the vision is project your future where you want to be in your present moment. Have this feeling of your future is created in a beautiful space, which you already feel you're living in there. Then trust it. This is everything I see for you, Group 1, and I truly hope you have a wonderful rest of your day and night, and take care. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hi, Group 2, welcome. Thanks so much for tuning in. Today we are going to do a reading about your connection. You and the person in your mind. What happened in the past and right now, and what's the possible outcome in next 12 months. So I'm going to also channel your spirit team to give you some advice and the blessing guidance. So if you pick up this card, this is your main message as well. I'll put them on here first. Let's first of all have a look at your tarot. You got 5 of Swords and the King of Swords. And then you also have the Judgment. So you got 10 of Cups. What I feel with this group is your relationship, maybe in the past, there are a lot of argument, there's a lot of conflicts going on. It can be very extreme, some of you. If it's very unhealthy, what I feel right now, you and the other party, or maybe yourself, is going through some kind of like a professional advice, legal advice, which is helping you work out an action, your strategy, your plan. So literally, this is going to help you get out of this situation if it's really like causing a lot of pain. Because I do feel in the past there are some of you can be in a very abusive situation, like kind of like gaslighting. If that happening right now, I do feel you need some legal advice. There's someone like in that, maybe like a lawyer, and is going to help you to make some plan or decision, or maybe stay very strong. Either can be someone like in your family gonna stand up for you. Is going to help you be this King of Swords, be more logical, have more strategy, taking some action to help you out of this situation. Because in next 12 months, if this is the case, 12 months in apart, what I feel, there's a Judgment card here. There's a kind of like ending here, which is because of you are seeking for a relationship bringing you happy family, happy ever after, the 10 of Cups. That's your seeking, and it's not what you want. With the Judgment here in particular, I do feel your spirit is literally going to help you out of this situation, let you release whatever didn't serve you. Because the red clock does make me feel like it's a time up. It's time to get out of here. And also, which I feel this card is like a death. It's gonna give you a new life, rebirth. You're gonna release whatever didn't serve you in the past. Because there's a 10 of Cups. This is something you literally meant to have, the 10 of Cups in your relationship. This wasn't for you, if that's the case. Because I also see different scenario here. If this is a situation which is like due to conflicts, there's a ego issue, self-sabotage, disbelieving, not very confident, thinking maybe there's an environment, the people around you in the past always thinking you're not good enough. If that's why it caused the conflicts in the relationship, and I feel right now you two are both back to the logic space, because the King of Swords here made me feel like there's two people here. It's like both of you are thinking the same way, thinking of from logic point of view, how we gonna strategize the relationship towards the 10 of Cups. Because the Judgment does say it can be getting better or worse. Two extreme result. If it's a breakup, the decision is made. You both are seeking for 10 of Cups, right? You realize this is not something we should have and I want. I don't deserve this. Or it can be, how are we going to work out a plan to release whatever didn't serve us in the past and forgive each other? Because we want a 10 of Cups. We do love each other. We do want this to work. But the 10 of Cups is what we want to renew this relationship towards. So literally, I do see there is two different scenarios in this group. Now I want to see some additional information from your oracle as well. First of all, I want to see your message. It says, I have confidence in my life. I'm ready for everything that life offers me. Wow. So you need to empower yourself. That's what I see. The twin, amazing. Because this is how I feel. It's like a twin flames or the soulmate. There's a lesson between you two. You two are very similar, or that's why you're very attracted towards each other. But somehow it's also giving you a lot of lesson to go through, because your similarity sometimes can trigger each other. Like for example, if someone has some self-confidence issue or self-esteem issue, and when you argue with someone and you started to fight back, and it can trigger the feeling, right? Then the other person have a similar issue. So you're gonna sort of like, there's a lot of lesson to learn here. And the gallery of those who came before. And this also make me feel like a self-esteem, because we intend to always compare with other people or maybe ancestor, but we also need to remember every one of us are very unique and different. Those around us, those are showcase what they've achieved. It just that's as it is. Don't have to compare, because you are pretty unique. Because I with this card, with the little star and the caterpillar, I see there's so many energy, like a healing, like a rainbow. You've got your own canvas to create in your life, and you don't have to compare with anyone. And the green, that's very nourishing energy, because that's giving me a feeling of the green is like a heart chakra. It's like you getting nourished. It made me feel like you get wrapped up with the arms of Mother Earth. It's very nourishing, because it made me feel like you are the child of the earth and the universe. You've got your own uniqueness. You need to appreciate, respect how unique you are, and grow as widely as you want. Because it feels like it's like you being wrapped by the arm of the mom or Mother Earth. That's how I feel. And there's also nourishing your energy, such as like your heart chakra, make you feel much loved and caring. And this also the same color with this card. That made me do feel like there's a heart chakra need to be healed. That's going to give you more empowerment and have confidence, believe yourself, and get ready for everything life offers you, because it's not something scary at all. It just helps you to grow from those things. You've got the Between Worlds. Number 3. This also made me feel like right now you might be in a transition period. There is a Between Worlds, means like you have your two feet. One feet step in the past, where can cause you a lot of like a pain and grief. The other foot step into the future, which is the place you want to be, because the future looks like very colorful and vibrant. So it's also funny as got green color. It made me feel like there's so much love ahead of you, waiting for you. Right now you are in this transition period to get out of your past, release whatever in the past, and towards your better, brighter future. And right now maybe you are in the period to explore who you are, accept who you are, and understand yourself. Also surrender to who you are, be authentic. And you also want to ask yourself, maybe what kind of future I want to create, because you got that power to do that. And now we see, wow, release. This is what I feel like. There's a lot of things you have to, maybe like self-doubt, self-sabotage belief. You need to let it go, release it. Because it's gonna make you feel very little. It's actually the thing drag you down. It's like your past, this gray area. You need to release, let it go. Because you've got so many opportunity is actually opening for you. You are so loved. And you also need to trust yourself. Release whatever caused you pain. And now we have a look at additional oracle from your person's high self for you. Your person says, I'm really sorry. Literally whatever they did to you literally is hurting themselves. That's why they feel very sad, whatever they did. And they also said, I've lost faith. What I feel, you two both have a similar energy, like maybe there's a self-doubt you need to work on. And because you two like a twin, you actually trigger each other to face whatever need to be worked on, to trust yourself, because you have a lot of love, lot of caring surround you. But you needed to sort of trust first, surrender to who you are, and accept who the other person are. If you both like come here, maybe is to do something together to learn this lesson, right? And finally, we have the how could you be so attractive? This is something I do feel because you are very attracted towards each other, like a soulmate, twins. They're very attractive. Because so attractive, they also trigger each other so heavily. You might have to explore some new energy between you and the other person. Because it's not a moment for certainty, but rather for discovery and curiosity. Maybe you don't know what will last forever, but you also here is to learn this lesson, trying to understand who you are, what is reflect back to you, because this relationship is meant to educate you about yourself. What do you need? What do you like or dislike? What values are important to you? You are in a critical phase of your relationship that is not to be dismissed or hurried. So take your time to explore and also face whatever you discovered and try to heal them. This is everything I see for you, Group 2, and I truly hope this message is helpful. If you like my video, thumbs up or subscribe. And I send you a lot of blessing. I wish you have a wonderful rest of your day and night. And I hope to see you again. Bye. Hi, Group 3. Welcome. Thank you so much for tuning in. Today we are going to do a reading to see you and the person in your mind. What's your connection happened in the past and present? Also next 12 to 24 months. What's going to happen? Finally, we are going to channel the message from your spirit team to see what's the vibes and the blessing for you. If you pick up this butterfly, this is one of your message cards. And I'll put them on the side here. And let's now look at your tarot. You have got the Magician and you've got the Strength. That's in the past. I'm going to cover this a little bit. So you also have the present is the World. It's clarified by the Knight of Pentacles. Beautiful. And the future, you've got the Tower. And it's also clarified by Nine of Cups. I feel most of you literally have to go through a lot of obstacles in the past. There were challenges. Maybe you too have a lot of things actually make you feel really challenging. But however, I feel many of you literally went through a lot of difficulties together. And with the Magician card, it's like you have very strong intention to bring this relationship to reality. There's a lot of things you are manifesting with this person in your mind. This connection is coming in due to you want it. You'll have very strong intention to bring this to reality. So the Magician card made me feel like someone had very strong willpower. They also an action taker. They got all the resources. They're able to go through, overcome any difficulties they went through. It's beautiful energy. So literally this relationship, I feel you both cherished a lot. It's actually, maybe you have to make a lot of changes for each other and face a lot of difficulties inside of you, or maybe external condition as well. Because it went through so many challenges, eventually you still want this. So right now I feel this relationship literally there's a two very interesting different message here, because the World does give me a feeling of there can be two different results right now. Most of you, I feel this relationship maybe have some kind of like a milestone achieved. For example, if you two went through so much, now it's time about to discuss how we can leverage our relationship to next step. Also, there's a lot of patience. For example, how we can maybe get married or engage and live together, but then we can save money, maybe like that. Or how we can resolve if we're in long distance, we want to be together. How we can resolve this issue, like someone have to maybe move the location for a job or different thing. So these are something you're gonna take a step and plan it out. But it's actually a very much caution from practical point of view. This is somehow I feel with the world energy here. There's a holiness milestone achievement I feel right now you want to leverage this relationship. Also, I do see another part of thing is if people in this group decided, oh, after such a long period, we're literally different. We accept we are different. From the practical point of view, maybe we have to come to a closure, like a completion of this relationship doesn't work for us. No matter which one it is, literally the world is a feeling of something is literally not a lacking. It's actually holiness. It's actually give you a good feeling about no matter you want to stay together or you want to separate. There's a completion. You feel the chapter is closure. That's another possibility. So literally for the group gonna stay together, I do see next 12 months, there are some major shift might happen. For example, like I give some extreme, maybe give some extreme example. For example, two of you working, one in Japan, one in US. Like the person in Japan maybe have to leave Japan due to some major things happen. The company closed down. Then they're out of work. So maybe that's look like a mishap. But literally because of that, the person was paid, compensated by the company. So literally that can afford another year without working. So they actually can't afford to move to US with you. And gonna find a new job, establish a family, that kind of scenario. So literally the tower is not comfortable. It's actually something literally break down. That made me feel like sort of shake your foundation. At the surface level, you're thinking, whoa, that's really bad news. But then reality is this is help you to fulfill your wish, because your wish is to be together. 9 of Cups. So this is one of the scenario what I feel like similarity, like that's kind of things what I see. It's like disguised. It's like a blessing disguised, that kind of feeling. The other part of the group, what I see is something has to shake the foundation. Literally you two maybe have to end this relationship. Something didn't work out. You tried really hard, but there's some external reason something didn't work out and you have to separate. But no matter what it is, ultimately this is help you both to wish fulfill. Like 9 of Cups, literally it's actually help you to realize maybe there's a sudden realization like we not really meant to be together, like something like that kind of thing. Is the tower happens, literally help you to realize this is actually doing you good. For example, like you two maybe eventually live together, but then after a while you find out maybe long distance we really don't know we like. In reality we live together, and when we live together there's so many things we couldn't like a compromise couldn't work out. And then it's also find out there's a not as attracted as we thought it will be. But then we decided it's not for us. We have to separate. But then this separation literally set you free. You started to know, oh, okay, actually I feel much better without have to work so hard to look after a long distance relationship. There's so many difficulties, obstacles. Literally I do enjoy more as by myself and look after myself, have more time and energy to socialize with other people. This kind of feeling, like literally it's like give you a fulfillment. Something literally is doing you good. So I hope that makes sense. Now I want to also dive into Oracle to getting some additional information for you. So first of all, want to see your Oracle have got is the hold. Then you got your light, and you also have the change. There are changes, which is like the tower, what I see. So now you also have the never-ending story. 37. You've got the 33, the chaos and the conflicts. You also have some additional oracle from your person's high self. So they say to you, there are no what ifs. And be patient. So I want to look at your butterfly card. It says, my human life is precious and choose to value my life, my path, and my energy. Valued and precious. Wow. What I realize is your major arcana appear so many in your readings, most of them. That make me feel like there are a lot of major lessons you have to learn through this relationship. And also the oracle is giving me difficulty, challenges. Maybe the relationship has a lot of things shake up to indicate there are so many things you have to sort of understand that happen for a reason. Because the chaos and conflicts is helping you to start to know who you are, what you like, what you want. Also to understand how to making a progress towards your goal in a more constructive way. Because the chaos and conflict is something which is outside of our control, but it causes a lot of turmoil, uncomfortable, emotionally unsatisfied feeling. But then we have to literally be more realistic to sort of detach from the chaos, accept as this has happened. Now, what next? Rather than thinking, what if I could do this? Rather than blame yourself, rather than blame each other. Because also the never-ending story and the whole make me feel like sometimes you might have to face a lot of sadness, and there's a lot of things you started to realize. Maybe you might have to overcome some type of shadow within yourself, such as thinking you're not worth this, and thinking too much worries, and not very confident, also a self-doubt, self-sabotage, that type of thinking. But the whole is telling you it's okay to be sad, because sometimes the best way is to merge this feeling, accept yourself as a wholeness, accept yourself. You've got that part of you. It's coexisting. It's help you to know this is something I can grow better and stronger, because that's also part of you. And you also need to understand that's a uniqueness you have. Literally those things exists is to help you to learn something from them, right? And then never ending story also make me feel like it could be a period you do deal with some emotionally sadness, a self-confidence issue, but then you have to trust, value yourself, as your human life is precious. You have to value yourself first and accept who you are, rather than trying to criticize yourself. Be more kind to yourself, because I do feel your group put yourself under a lot of pressure. There's a lot of a strict feeling of you want yourself to be perfect, you don't allow yourself to make mistake, but just accept as who you are, be patient with yourself, and you are your own light. Even no matter how you see yourself, maybe other people doesn't appreciate, doesn't matter, because you self is guided, is protected. I feel the whole is also like you being hugged by universe, by your spirit team, by your angels, right? And then you also yourself light. You are shining regardless. You enjoy your own joy. Even people around you don't accept as who you are. They don't want to see when you're sad, but it's okay, because when they leave, there are other people will see you shining. Other people will enjoy who you are and know who you are, so true, so authentic, so real. And also, I do feel there are changes going to happen around your life. Just trust, because the Nine of Cups does tell me this change is going to bring you to your wish fulfillment here. But first of all, you have to accept yourself is precious and you deserve the best in the world, because you are very unique. Also, you're trying to value your own energy. Trying to set up like healthy boundary. If you feel like other people make you feel bad, you're trying to surround your own energy with your own loving kindness. Set up that healthy boundary to help your energy, not to let other people taking your energy for granted. This is everything I see for you, Group 3, and I hope this message is helpful. If you like my video, thumbs up or subscribe, and I wish you have a wonderful rest of your day and night. And I see you again. Bye. Thank you.